Hello again. The weather has got itself into one of those moods at the moment, an unsettled mood in which more and more low-pressure systems will push through over the next few days. And for the next 24 hours, certainly more wind and rain in the forecast. And Thursday morning looks particularly rough, a risk of gales for many. Wednesday evening's lively enough. We've seen unsettled conditions spread across the UK, and the wettest and windiest weather now across Northern Ireland and Scotland. Now, as the more persistent rain clears through, it's on the back edge of that the winds will pick up potentially a little bit further across northern parts of Northern Ireland into western Scotland, as well as the far north. Now, as that happens, there is the risk inland of 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts, and around exposed coasts 70 miles per hour. So those kinds of winds could cause disruption. Wind warnings in force until the early hours for the northeast corner as that clears through. Eventually it clears through. You can see the weather calming down a little for the northern half of the country. Perhaps enough for temperatures to drop to 5 or 6 degrees in some sheltered spots of central Scotland. But further south, look at that, by the middle of the night, more wet and windy weather turns up across much of England and Wales. Some uncertainty about this, certainly likely to lead to some difficulties first thing on Thursday, but just how tricky it will be depends on the development of this low, which will be picked up by a rejuvenated jet stream and deepened actively as it heads towards the UK. And just how much it deepens, well, that's open to doubt at the moment. As these things deepen on approach to the UK, they do end up being a little bit more uncertain. Even at the time of recording, we're just a little bit unsure at the moment. What does look likely is that across central Scotland into Northern Ireland, much of England and Wales, it's unsettled for the morning rush hour, wet and windy for many, many places. The strongest of the winds at the start of the day will be across the southwest and across many inland places, 50 to 60 miles an hour possible, and for some coastlines, more than 60 miles an hour. But there is the possibility that if that low pressure deepens even further, a 30% chance that we'll see gusts exceeding 70 miles an hour. And that could cause even more serious disruptions. So certainly if you're heading out on the roads first thing Thursday, that's worth paying close attention to. The wet weather pushes into central Scotland. The strongest sway of the winds through Thursday morning moves through Irish Sea coast into Wales, western parts of England, and then exits out of northern England and southeast Scotland. Wind warnings in force. But by the afternoon, well, clearing skies, brightening skies, but still staying very blustery further. Showers being brought in by the southwesterly wind, and it's going to be quite wet in the far north of Scotland once the rain arrives here. Now, all of this does push through during Thursday evening, and then we're left with low pressure close to the north of Scotland, and that will just churn up more and more showers. Even through the hours of darkness on Thursday, we're going to see a mixture of clear spells, frequent showers, especially for the north and the west. 1 or 2 pushing into southern counties of England. Best of any, drier weather really across eastern England. Staying relatively mild through the night because of the strength of that blustery breeze. So Friday looks like an unsettled day. Certainly there will be some sunny spells around, particularly the further east or south you are. East Anglia, eastern England seeing plenty of fine weather. But it will be gusty everywhere. It's going to feel pretty cool compared to recent days. And there'll be frequent showers, so frequent in the west of Scotland it will feel more like prolonged rain, with hail and thunder mixed in with those showers. They'll be that lively. Lots going on over the next few days. You can find much more online.